On Insight, we focus on the global fight against Zika. Brazil, the country most affected, is reporting nearly 5,000 suspected and confirmed cases of microcephaly. The neurological disorder causes babies to be born with abnormally small heads. Further north in the United States, there are now nearly 500 Zika cases. Most of them have been acquired through travel to affected regions. And with summer approaching, some concerns of even more cases of the virus in the U.S. State of Florida has the most Zika virus cases in the United States. It's reported more than 100. Officials there are leaving nothing to chance and hoping to add a new weapon to their arsenal. CCTV's Jim Spellman joins us now from the newsroom with insight on how they're preparing.
Mike, that new weapon is a genetically engineered mosquito. Authorities hope to release millions of these into the wild to curb the spread of Zika and other diseases, but many of the residents there say these modified mosquitoes are just too risky.
The Florida Keys are at war with Zika. Billy Ryan is a soldier on the front lines.
I'm going to try to catch it before it dives.
The Zika virus is primarily spread by mosquitoes. Ryan uses simple tools, a turkey baster and dipper, to get to areas where mosquitoes may lay eggs.
Here I have drains that I inspect. I have a couple little swamp areas that I inspect. And I go door to door. I go to every single house out here.
The Florida Keys are a 180-kilometer-long line of subtropical islands between the Atlantic Ocean and the Gulf of Mexico. Paradise for many, but prime breeding ground for the Aedes aegypti mosquito, the one type of mosquito that spreads the Zika virus.
Which of these are the mosquitoes that could potentially carry Zika?
Okay, the Aedes aegypti larvae are the ones with the little siphons.
And you want to stop these mosquitoes before they are big enough to bite.
Exactly, exactly.
Standing water is removed or treated to kill the mosquitoes. The neighborhood is clear for now, but soon more rain will come and Billy Ryan will start his rounds again.
That'll take care of that.
Fighting mosquitoes has long been a priority in the Florida Keys.
Zika has added a new urgency.
Michael Doyle heads the Florida Keys Mosquito Control District. He hopes to beef up his arsenal with a new weapon to battle disease-carrying mosquitoes. A British company called Oxitec has created a genetically modified mosquito that could greatly reduce the population of Aedes aegypti mosquitoes. The company has altered the DNA of the mosquitoes, which go by the name OX513A. When the males, grown in the lab, mate with wild females, their offspring don't survive to maturity. Authorities here hope to release about 3 million of the modified mosquitoes into the wild over a period of 9 to 15 months. Previous tests in Brazil, Panama, and the Cayman Islands have reduced the Aedes aegypti population by more than 90%.
This modified mosquito project that we're doing has had more success at reducing the population of Aedes aegypti than any other tool in existence.
The genetically engineered mosquitoes would be released here in Key Haven, Florida, a small island that's home to about 1,000 people.
But many here don't want the genetically engineered mosquitoes. A group of Keys residents are fighting the proposed project. They worry that the modified mosquitoes could hurt humans or animals or damage the fragile Florida Keys ecosystem.
Now with these genetic modified mosquitoes, we simply don't know what the repercussions of this release is going to be.
It's not what we want for our community. This technology it's in its infancy. The science isn't there yet.
But Oxitec says its testing shows the mosquitoes are safe. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has released a preliminary finding showing the mosquitoes pose no significant risk. The agency is accepting public comment before giving approval.
If the GM mosquitoes were used over the many islands and the population of mosquitoes got down to close to zero, then there'd be almost no chance of spreading of Zika or any other disease.
Residents in Key Haven will hold a non-binding vote on the subject in August. Authorities hope to begin releasing the genetically modified mosquitoes soon after.
Many of the residents there in the Florida Keys say they fear that if something does go wrong after the modified mosquitoes are released, there's no way to recapture those mosquitoes or keep them from traveling anywhere on the island, including into their yards.
Does Oxitec have a contingency plan?
Well, first off, the company says the mosquitoes are safe, like we mentioned, but if something does go wrong, the short life cycle of these mosquitoes, just about 5 days, means the experiment would have limited impact. They say they can just stop releasing the new mosquitoes. The residents have other concerns too. Most of the modified mosquitoes to be released are males, which do not bite humans, but about 1 in 10,000 will be female, according to Oxitec, and the residents wonder what the impact might be if these modified females bite humans or animals. Again, Oxitec says there is no risk, but these residents say they don't have enough information to feel confident this experiment is safe, Mike.
Jim, thanks so much.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.